How can you design with PowerPoint? In the educational short film, I plan to design an umbrella and a book. And also to animate the animation of the rain and the opening of the umbrella. You can design these clouds that you see by combining several circles together and give it animation. Animate the letters and remove them from the book. Animate the umbrella in different slides with the morph effect. Design beautiful and functional ribbons. And add your favorite posts to them. Follow till the end of this video to share my experiences. First of all, I want to design the umbrella. For this purpose, I take the help of an oval. The dimensions of this oval are not very important because later, if necessary, we will change its dimensions and size. I only design the main part of the umbrella with an oval. Pay attention to my performance. It is very easy. Use the guidelines to maintain the symmetry between the ovals. The most important point in design is the exact symmetry and size of the objects. I need another ellipse to divide my umbrella into parts. Be careful, make your vision and observation accurate by making the objects transparent and changing their color. Of course, zooming will help you to move objects accurately. I told you that I am going to complete the umbrella with just an oval, so I need another oval. Okay, now select three parts of the umbrella and turn it into a group. Grouping has one advantage, and that is that you will make changes and displacements better and more accurately, so if necessary, be sure to do the grouping. Now change the umbrella to your desired color. Now I design the part of the metal rod with a rectangle. Because the rod is metal, it should be a little metallic and shiny, so the gradient color is suitable. I use a hollow half circle for the curved part and the handle. Okay, give it a 3D look with the right color and shading. I use a trapezoid for the upper part of the bar. Okay, the design is done. I have to put it aside for now, because I plan to design the book. I use rectangles to design the book. Of course, I use both rectangles. I need a rectangle with rounded corners. The freeform tool is very useful and you can design more irregular shapes with it. The Edit Point tool completes the job. Edit Point is always useful after designing. Now, pay attention to how the rectangle with rounded corners helps the design of the book. The details take a lot of time. I have already completed the book with freeform and Edit Point tools. So I just add the color. You practice with freeform and Edit Point tools and design different shapes. When was the last time you read a book? Reading books is extremely important. If you read books avidly, apparently, you obtain lots of good information. As a result, you become knowledgeable. Reading books is completely overlooked by most people across the world. Most adults don't read because they are unaware of the essence of reading. Countless people stop reading books by the time they complete high school, never to open a book again. Unfortunately, school books are not that informative because formal education is very deficient. Real knowledge is found in bookshops. In this so-called modern world, people get so involved in most pressing challenges and activities they believe to be interesting. Going to work, browsing the internet, looking for money, decadence, social media, etc. consume most people's time. Nonetheless, reading books is not part of their schedule. The biggest challenge most people are unaware of is that the mind needs sharpening, stimulation, maintenance, and principally, continual development. A well-maintained mind functions at its best. The neglected mind is dysfunctional all the time. Ignorant people, you get to know them by the way they speak, behave, and live, are disorganized. The difference between ignorant people and knowledgeable people is that ignorant people are foolish and knowledgeable people are wise. Foolishness is not sold anywhere, it is a fatal disease acquired by people who refuse to learn. Wisdom is not sold anywhere, it is a reward for those who are hungry for knowledge. Ignorant people are destroying this world. All suffering in this world is caused by ignorant people. Wars, poverty, diseases, corruption, inequality, crime, inflation, etc. Things don't just happen. Bad things happen due to mistakes and carelessness. And the root trigger of all mistakes and carelessness is an unwillingness to enhance the mind. Mistakes and carelessness happen due to failure in thinking. Failure to think occurs due to a lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge occurs due to a failure to acquire enough good knowledge. Failure to acquire enough good knowledge leads to complete destruction. Reading books is the only dependable source for acquiring knowledge. There is no universal format, but there are several things to keep in mind. Any long quotation, as in a letter, can be considered a block quotation. These are typically indented, and have either a slightly smaller font, or a monospaced font as found on typewriters. I want to remove the letters of two beautiful words from the book and give them animation. One part of my design is related to the design of clouds. Well, a little creativity and patience is needed to create beautiful clouds with circles and ovals and freeform tools and edit point with PowerPoint. Well, designing takes enough time and patience. Of course, this shape is very easy and you can complete the slide in a few minutes, but I have already designed these clouds so that you don't get bored. I have used an ellipse to design raindrops, drag a part of it with the edit point tool to make it narrower, then sharpen the drawn part with the help of a triangle. Now we are getting ready to make the umbrella animation, so that we can open the umbrella later with the animation under the rain. I have placed the clouds outside the slide and I am going to insert them into the slide with the morph effect in the next slide. I will extend the time of the morph effect a little so that the clouds enter the slide slowly. I put the umbrella in different modes to make the animation. Just note that all the objects must have the same conditions in the slide. For example, if the objects are in groups, they must be in groups in all slides, etc. Of course, Pay attention to the changes of the objects. It is better to group them and then make the changes, but after the changes, they must be removed from the group mode and the angle change must be more than 90, it must be done in several steps so that the movement of the objects is more natural. Brushing the clouds away from my eyes, I see clarity in the raindrop and beauty in the first ray of morning Sunday. Life is strange and wondrous. It commenced raining one day and did not stop for 2 months. We went through ever different kind of rain they is, sep and maybe sleet or hail. It was little tiny stinging rain sometimes, and big ol' fat rain at others. It came sidewise and straight down and sometimes even seemed to stand up from the ground. Nevertheless, we was expected to do our shit, which was mainly walking upland down the hills and stuff looking for gooks. Thank you for spending your precious time to watch this movie.